Welcome to Global Goals Week System Change Summit 2025. This is the Agora. My name is Oscar So, and I'm the founder of the Agora. I'm in the class of 2026, and I'm really passionate about social and political causes. I have been part of the Hands on Hong Kong Student Youth Empowerment Advisory Council, and in my role as part of the leader of that council, I learned that within Hong Kong, and many places around the world actually, many people are unaware of the political, social, and economic issues that surround them in their daily lives, and this is why I founded the Agora. I'll be talking more later on about what the Agora does to solve this issue. Some of the awards I've won include Renaissance College Hong Kong Academic Scholarship, HKU Business Bootcamp Best Startup Award winner, and an International Data Science Olympiad Regional finalist. I like to start off with one of my favorite quotes from my favorite author, Louis L'Amour. Knowledge is like money. To be of value, it must circulate. This means that in order for knowledge to have a purpose and to have a use, it must circulate widely. For when it's not circulated, then it has no value because people don't know it. So, what is the issue that this quote is referencing here? In the current day and age, 76% of youth in Hong Kong find politics difficult to understand. Only 35% of youth in Hong Kong are financially literate. Globally, only 35% of youth discuss global issues in their schools regularly. The remaining 65% simply do not talk about these global issues regularly in school. Only 45.5% of young people do not know about emerging economic problems and markets. Simply put, they don't know about these huge economic problems that might be occurring or may start to occur. So why is this an issue? Youth with limited economic knowledge often face economic disengagement, which is linked to higher unemployment and fewer productive opportunities. Political ignorance amongst youth results in low political participation, which leads to underrepresentation in the decision making process, which is a really large problem because traditionally youth are the drivers of change. But when they are simply ignorant of political issues because they don't know about these issues, then that may cause a lot of change to simply not occur. At the Agora, we are a club focused on enhancing knowledge of political, economic, and cultural issues. In order to enhance knowledge of political, economic, and cultural issues for our target audience, we will be trying to tackle the lack of understanding in these areas by facilitating discussions and creating educational initiatives to drive change after we increase understanding of these issues. We aim to empower members through practical activities to promote awareness and inspire informed action within our community. This is me, our team. I'm Oscar, the founder, as you can see. I'm joined by Colin, who is the co-founder of our club, Kendall, who is the head of event organization, Matthew, who is the head of outreach, and Beyond, who is the head of finance. So I'd like to start off with our values. And it can be very simply represented by the Latin word visio, which means vision. V is for verify. We want students to verify and check their sources of information. I is for initiate. As teenagers around the world become increasingly apathetic towards political, social, and economical issues, it's our mission to take initiative and make the leaders of tomorrow aware of these prevalent social issues so that they are willing and knowing and want to, improve and change these issues. S is for share, which is for creating spaces for open discussion, debate, and spreading knowledge through podcasts, posts, and dialogue. I is for impact. We want to measure our results by community reach and awareness, and we want to empower decisions that improve society for all. O is for organize. We want to structure activities with consistent community impact, coordinate fundraisers, workshops, and expert talks. We want to build a network of informed, active youth who are actively discussing, knowing, and trying to improve the social issues that we are bringing awareness to. So, what do we do in order to bring awareness? The first thing that we do is debate and lectures. We organize many online learning sessions with members open for debates. As you can see on the screen, one of the sessions that we had recently was about the issues of refugee children around the world, especially in America, Syria, and other active areas where there may be a lot of refugees. So what we want with these debates and lectures is we want our members to critically think about these issues and research these issues in depth. Once they research these issues in depth, Our team will then lead a discussion on these issues by providing background about this issue and then allowing for any member of our community, as well as anyone who signs up for these debates, to deliver their viewpoints on our open floor debate, and then they can have discussions with other members of the community. And ultimately, we want to create a community and a place where people can simply discuss issues that they find key to themselves. Because we think that being able to discuss these issues is the first step towards making people care about these issues. Next, we also have content creation. This is the next step towards making people care and want to create positive change in the community. We have a team of 15 plus writers creating analysis on political, economic, and international relation issues. We create content not just because of our passion for discussing these issues, which we have, but also because we want the greater community to have awareness of issues. We believe that the first step towards creating a community of active members who are knowing of social issues and want to create positive change is allowing them to actually know what's happening around in the world. In order for that to happen, we must have consistent content creation where we talk about major global issues that are either not covered or may have a lot of biased information in it. And we try to solve these issues by having our team work together to create non-biased and trustworthy information. Finally, we also have fundraisers and events. We have done fundraising for war victims in Ukraine, and we've done book drives for refugee kids in Hong Kong. In the future, we're aiming to expand, and I'll talk more about this later on. But essentially, in order for our community to actually have a positive impact after raising so much awareness of social issues, we must allow them to have an outlet for this. And so we created this. We have fundraisers and events in order to allow people to transform their awareness into actual social change. What does the future look like for the Agora? One, we want to organize more large-scale collection activities and organize more large-scale fundraisers and talks. As I've talked earlier on, we've already organized fundraisers for Ukrainian refugees, and we have also had talks by multiple teachers on political issues. But we want to expand that more. We currently have members from 3 countries: Hong Kong, Singapore, and Canada. But we want to expand our reach globally because we think that having members from different countries will allow us to have different viewpoints, and those viewpoints can be debated and allow our members to gain more awareness about the social issues that surround us and learn different viewpoints, which is really important to understanding and ultimately being a social person who advocates for social change. And we also want to make our impact larger by having more large-scale collection activities so that we can benefit more people and use our awareness to social issues and transform that awareness into a large impact for the greater good. We also want to host more talks with external speakers to have experts and professionals address the gap in information. We want professionals and experts simply because they know more about the issues than most of us do. But by allowing these experts and professionals to have talks, we also would allow them to have debates with our members. And we think this is really impactful simply because debates are the best way for members to critically assess information. In order to assess information, you must think about it rationally and critically. And debates are a great way to challenge different viewpoints. We also want to increase the scope of operations with more contributors so that we have a much more diverse range of viewpoints. In order to create a future where people know about social issues, want to improve social issues, and are actively trying to fix social issues, we must have a community of people who care. Join us, and we can make the world a better place. Thank you.